Sam's been talking about defense. He's been talking about defense, which as a guy who played and a coach, I know that that's how I'm going to change a team quickest at the highest level is through defense. And so, but it hadn't been a conversation that was happening. And then all of a sudden today, I heard players, I heard coaches talk about we're going to defend. And I went, doggone it, he got me. He got me back on the cool. So what allows this team, this new roster, to be better defensively at a level that will help you be not only competitive but successful in the Big Ten Conference?
Well, let me start with this. When I met with my staff after the season, as we went into the recruiting time, right after the season starts, that's a huge opportunity, obviously, for the portal. And you have all these guys going in there. And the biggest thing that I talked to our staff about was getting players that came from winning programs that had played in the postseason and really trying to improve on our positional size, our length, and try to get some guys in here with some toughness. So we were very fortunate to get who we did, and that started with Sam Griesel. And, Sam has been a flat-out winner in his 4 years that he's played at North Dakota State. He's been in the NCAA tournament. I was talking to his dad yesterday, and, they played a couple years ago against the Duke team with Zion. It was a 4-point game at halftime. Duke went out to pull it out, pulled away at the end, but, he played on the big stage, and that's important. Juwan Gary won an SEC championship at Alabama, played on a team that went to the Sweet 16. You look at what Emmanuel Bandamel has done over the course of his career with playing in 2 postseasons. Has been a back-to-back double-digit scorer on a very good team. All 3 of those guys have great leadership. That's important when you're trying to put in your philosophies on both ends of the floor, probably most importantly defensively. These guys have done a phenomenal job of building great chemistry. Sam's been huge in that. He's put together a lot of, gatherings for these guys to hang out together. That's important. Knowing, that you genuinely have a care factor for the other guy that's on the floor. So a lot of the things that we've done, as far as adding the type of players that we did with the size, and then also, the length and the toughness that this group has. We missed Wilhelm a lot last year. He was a huge part. We missed Trey last year, obviously, for what he did. He's one of the best perimeter defenders, was one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. You see what he did when he got back on the floor. We never did get to see Wilhelm, but he was able to work on his body, which was one thing that he really needed to do. He's been phenomenal since he's been here. So when you look at those guys, Emmanuel, Sam will tell you, they've played against each other, guarded each other in practice. He's picking up full. I mean, he's in right in your shorts. Denham Dawson is a guy that we had in our program last year, but he gives us, I would say, an elite perimeter defensive presence out there on the floor. Deflections. He's got the most deflections on our team that we've charted really since we went back to the summer. So, I think that's a big thing is where we started it. We've changed a little bit on what we're doing out there. But the biggest thing I think that will be a better defensive team is because we have positional size across the board. When you got 6'7" with Griesel, you got 6'5" with Bandamel, you got a 6'7" Gary. CJ's really improved his body. He's moving a lot better. His commitment to dropping 15 pounds, I think what he needed to do, he's a much different person this year, on both ends of the floor. Getting Wilhelm back, and then Blaze. Blaze has been terrific. I know Sam's talked about him a lot on the show. You don't get a big guy like that that's going to lead your team in charges very often. They go after everything. But Blaze, he gets himself in position, he gets his feet set, and he's drawing charges, and he's pissing the other guys off because he's stepping in there. Drawing charges. They don't like it. But you know what? It's winning plays. It's sacrificing your body. And, he's just he's been terrific on that end of the floor for us.